It really varies. It depends. We'd like to come in very early in the stage of a production, especially on the feature film side. We usually have the experience with international producers that they have a certain gap in the production financing, so we like to come in as early as possible. Sometimes we close the financing, and then we are involved at a very early stage also in the pitch process that helps with the international sales. But sometimes when a film is fully financed, we take a look at the rough cut and then we make a decision. It really depends on the project itself. If you generalize it, it has to be, it always starts in a good story and a good script. I think this is the advice that I can give to every producer, is that try to make the story as broad as possible, and maybe not too specific for a specific target audience. It's different. Feature films are different than maybe television series where you produce something for a specific time slot. And in feature films you want to, especially on the animation side, because you compete with the big US major productions. Nico is a very specific film because it is a Christmas film, and some territories in the world do not have such a big relation to the theme of Christmas because they're not Christian. That is a very easy example of why a film may not work in a respective territory. Then on the other hand, it's a matter of how the distributor handles the release. That's very important. That's why we always choose the distributors very carefully in a longer process. And if you look at France with Back Film, they made a fantastic release. They dared things that others possibly didn't dare, and spent a lot of money, took risks because they loved the project so much, and I think that's why it worked so well for them. If you take another example, Russia, for instance, that had completely other reasons. It's a very good distributor that turned out to have financial problems and ran out of money in the promotion of the film, and probably wasn't able financially to stem a campaign that would have been good for the film.